Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our first podcast. Next to me is sitting co-host Willy Laos, 2 times world champion. Willy, how are you doing?
Hi, hello everybody. Hi Seb. Very exciting. Our first podcast. It's very fun to stay with you here.
Cool. And next to Willy is sitting Tremaine Mitchell, one of the top players in South Africa. And Tremaine joined us to a trip in the Netherlands last week. How are you doing, Tremaine?
I'm good, thanks. Thanks for having me here on the first podcast. Exciting.
Very cool. So we co-hosted our first event in the Netherlands last week with Clubhouse, and it was it was a great event, great experience for myself. Willy, you are obviously a very experienced paddle player. You were one of the first professional players in paddle. How did you experience the tournament? What do you think of the level?
No, obviously I was very impressed for the level of the Dutch people. There was obviously all the facilities that we were really a very high level facilities. All the venues are really nice, and the most important is how they are improved. All the players are improved the level during the last years. No, I think all of them was moving to Spain for try to make a best player obviously in the future. And I think the most important was obviously all the facilities they have to us, and all the Baldwin tournament I think was really a very nice experience, and obviously a good opportunity to obviously for Tremaine and me that we would play together. It was very fun play together with Tremaine, and was very obviously see how we are with the level of the Dutch people that are training for a long time.
Yeah.
That in South African people, I think was really interesting, and we are thinking that we are not really so far than them. No.
Yeah. No, so it was. I think it was a good test, to see how far we are. You play, and we also had some fun exhibition matches with Ronald de Boer, former Barcelona Ajax player, and Rafa van der Vaart, who played for Spurs, Madrid, and Ajax. So it was an entertaining week, and also good to see, how the level is in the Netherlands. Paddle has exploded in the Netherlands. It has 600,000 players each month on 2,700 courts. So South Africa, we're currently on 600 courts and around 150,000 players. So yeah, still some catching up to do, I would say. And one of the good things in the Netherlands is that they have a federation, which is organized to assist in tournaments, but also in terms of ratings and rankings. At the moment in South Africa, we just have Playtomic, which is not always accurate. So one of the good points in the Netherlands is the rating system and the tournaments, which are also organized in a bit different way than how we do it, because we like to do tournaments on a day.
Crazy tournament.
Or 2 days, which means that it's quite packed. And especially, for some people, it's maybe a bit much to play, up to 5 games. In the Netherlands, it's spread all over the week, where it starts technically on a Sunday, which is the whole day when we are free, when most people don't work. And then it continues on the weekdays after 5 p.m., so from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. And then the P500, the highest level, which you guys were playing, started on the Friday. And then that's round 16 quarterfinals. And then the semis and finals is on a Saturday. So it was really well organized. There were over 500 signups and 440 people actually played. I was quite impressed with how the community there is built, and how they run the whole club with various good ambassadors, but also how friendly the staff is, including the waiters, the owners, and also the parents actually of the club owners who were assisting. So Tremaine, you recognized as one of the best players in the country at the moment, and your level has improved a lot, also because of Willy. When did you start playing?
I started playing paddle think April of last year. So it's been about a year and a half now. It feels like it's been 2 months. You know, it goes by very quickly, the time. And it's been really cool to see everybody get better at the game in the past year and a half. Because I feel like I started playing maybe 5-6 months after a lot of the good guys. You know, other guys that started maybe a year earlier. So I already had a level to look at of the top players. And, you know, you're always thinking like, how long is it going to take me to catch up? But then at the same time, they keep getting better. So everybody's been improving really quick. Like you said, our tournaments are one day, but there's so many tournaments now to play. Yeah. So yeah, we play Playtomic matches, but every weekend, every second weekend, there's a chance to look forward to compete and to play against these guys. And obviously in that way, we're all lifting each other's levels, you know. Somebody's learning a new skill, we see them, we copy. Everybody's obviously watching the sport a lot on YouTube and Instagram because, like you said, it's blowing up so much that we're seeing it everywhere. Yeah. So the learning curve it's happening quick. People are getting better faster. But getting a chance to go to the Netherlands and see how those guys are playing is also awesome because it opens your eyes to see what they're actually doing. And to be able to come back and start doing those things and trying to get to their level, playing the type of paddle that they do, it's really exciting. And I think, like you did say, the level there it's high. I mean, like first time you stepped on the court, that first game we played, I was telling Willie immediately, I was like, dude, we're playing at below sea level. It should be slow, but I feel like I don't have no time because every volley's coming at you. Like these guys are cutting the ball. They're playing very, very aggressively. So it's cool to see that level. You know, most of the time I just felt like I was hanging on, but over time you start getting used to that and, you know, starts to see what these players are doing. It's really, really good. And I think to be able to come back with that and start doing it here and then, you know, everybody else, there's a lot of other players who've got to go overseas recently. Train overseas, they've started to see a different level. So I think, yes, we are behind the Netherlands, but I think having this information and seeing the guys who have done it, like Willie said, I don't think it's going to take that far for us to catch up, you know?
Yeah. No, okay. For sure. And obviously, I think is one of the best things. Obviously, when you start to play, obviously, it's like when you look and you watch a real game, but people that want to be a pro and you can start to play, I think when you are not so far, obviously, these kind of things is motivate to you to continue improving and practicing. And I think we can forget, obviously, our big company, Baldwin Paddle, that make this amazing trip possible. We make a great team, obviously, with Ryan. We were all together, this team. And obviously, it's the first time that we have an international tournament sponsored by a South African company like Baldwin in another country and playing at the high level tournament in Netherlands. And obviously for us was a pleasure. And obviously for me, especially stay on the court with Tremaine was really unbelievable.
Yeah, so Baldwin Paddle is a new division of Baldwin Properties. And Baldwin Properties is the largest real estate developer in South Africa. So we were there because we love paddle, but also to grow the Baldwin brand and to show the apartments we are building in the Western Cape to the Dutch market. And yeah, there's definitely been interest. So that was also great to see. So we started Baldwin Paddle last year, November, with a big opening tournament at Taba with 375,000 Rand prize money. And Nikander and Moos, who you also met in the Netherlands, they joined this competition.
Yeah. We beat them, eh?
You beat them, yeah.
I don't know what team is in Netherlands, but Tremaine and me.
You beat them 7-6 in Netherlands. So we always kept close in touch with these guys. And Nikander is one of the owners of Clubhouse. So then he asked a couple of months ago, he said, hey, do you guys want to sponsor this tournament? And then we thought, yeah, we actually like them. And we thought it was an opportunity to grow the brand. And it's been a very successful exercise. I think the Dutch people were quite impressed with your game, Willie. With all the respect, 53 years old. And you can still compete at the highest level, not only in Netherlands, but also internationally. Yeah. And you were doing some bagadas where no one had a clue where they were going. So it was all in all a fantastic week. And yeah, with Baldwin Paddle, we currently are operating one venue at Taba in the south of Joburg, Tremaine, I think you are from the area.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we've seen good growth in the amount of players there every week with new Americanos, new tournaments. For example, this weekend we are hosting a ladies' league between Rietvlei and Taba, and with 48 ladies joining. So that's great to see. People, they start playing paddle and they fall in love, and you see them on the court often. So that was a good thing about. I mean, that's a good thing about paddle. So the recurring customer is very high. What did you like about Amsterdam?
I was surprised, obviously, for I love architecture, and was really unbelievable. The style was very old, and you feel the soul of the city. Obviously, with all the canals are unbelievable. It looks like Venezia, but I think it's very nice place.
Yeah.
And obviously, we were going with the boat, walking around. It was very nice place to see how all the history the city has. And I think another thing that impressed to me much was obviously the food was really good, but not so really good like here in South Africa.
Yeah.
I think South Africa, in terms of quality price, I think maybe is in the tops. But I enjoyed too much, and the architecture, and obviously all the soul of the city with the history he has was really nice. Was really nice.
Cool. And Tremaine, which opponent did surprise you, or which one were you most impressed about?
I think I'd have to say Bart van Opstal, that we played in the quarterfinal match. They beat us. It's just interesting to play a guy where you think you have a shot that you're going to finish the point. You stab the ball, guy just bends his next thing, the ball's over your head. You're running at the back glass. You have to win the point like 6 times in 1 point. The guy just gets the ball back and he puts it back in a position that's tough. And his partner as well. He played with, who did he play with? Menno. There's a guy named Menno, yeah. Tall guy. Any ball that goes up, it's just a bomb. I've seen some big smashes. That guy hit the ball very, very hard.
We have to say that obviously we play in a venue that have only 7 meters, I think, 7 meters high.
Yeah.
And obviously with all the Netherlands, I don't know why, but not like you said, but all of them are really tall. But this and was in this kind of places, it's very tough to play against them because you don't have the time for make a good love and restart some points. And like Tremaine said, obviously you have to win. The big difference here in Joburg, we have altitude that is very the court. It means that the ball are really fast, and when you go another place, obviously you must adapt to the place you are playing, and you must play to the velocity and to the not high roof that normally we play here, And obviously it was a nice experience, but obviously one of the things that you must learn always if you want to be a pro is all the players must adapt every week to different places and different players against,
Hey, and Willie, you are recognized as one of the best paddle players in history of paddle, one of the first professionals. So it's a big honor for South Africa to have you, and a lot of people are learning from you. And you're also a very nice guy and humble man. And how you moved here, I think, on the 5th of February. Then you had a big opening tournament on the 6th, which you won with Jason.
One day
you won with Jason in the final against Sean and Richard. So how has your experience been to you've been in now for over 6 months?
No, obviously all is positive. All is positive because when you find people, obviously like the Part1 team, that all people are awesome, and some players, like tennis players that now are moving to paddle, like Tremaine, Jason, all these kind of players, it's very easy to work. And obviously when you work in the love, you have passion in the things you made. It's very easy. It's not work. It's more fun. That obviously I'm very happy and I think it's a good opportunity to develop paddle in another countries. Paddle need more flags in terms of players, not only Spanish guys and Argentinian guys. And one of the things that remember me this place is like when I start to play paddle, because was the similar way that now Tremaine for example, is starting to play. No, a good friend, a very group of friends, ex-tennis players that move to paddle and play paddle every week like crazy people. The poison was in our veins and never stopped until today. Obviously, I think this poison is forever. And I think the most important now is obviously all that I know about these 34 years around paddle, try to explain and develop here to people at Tremaine. And obviously, it's a pleasure to work with people like him.
Awesome. And I think you've entered 7 tournaments this year. And how much did you win?
I win 7, but obviously the number is not the most important. Obviously, I have the experience. Obviously, when you play against the youngest players, everybody has his weapons, no?
Yeah.
And my weapon now is experience, because I feel that obviously I don't have the same power on velocity or fast than we are. We are 30 years with 30 years, but obviously when you play with your experience with people who start playing well, but obviously yet don't understand totally the 100% of the concept of the game, you have advantage. No, it's obviously in a few time I'm going to lose 100% against these guys, sure.
And Tremaine, you played a tournament with Willie, yeah?
Yeah.
Just before you left the Netherlands.
Yes.
How did it go? What did you learn?
It was good. We won the tournament. But I learned how to defend, because when you're playing with Willie, they don't want to play to him. So the ball comes to you very often.
Yeah.
I remember we went to Malaga Hotel and we played a bit. I remember seeing one of the highlight videos. It was like a 23-shot rally and Willie hit 1 ball.
Yeah.
I played like 14, 15
They fridged
balls.
him.
Yeah, so they fridged him. So obviously I feel like it's great practice for me then, because I'm getting a lot of balls to play. But at the same time, it's just incredible to learn from him. Because as you're playing, he's busy explaining to you what's going on. You hit a shot and you just think they hit a good shot, but he'll tell you, okay, well, that ball was high on their forehand volley, it should be low on their backhand volley, and it just clicks. And you're like, okay, that's quite obvious. Because coming from a tennis background, obviously you know how to play. You know how to hit the shots, and you have tennis strategy and doubles, but the game is slightly different. And being able to have him explaining how to play and where to play as you're playing and competing in a tournament, I think is probably one of the quickest ways to learn. Because you're under crazy pressure, you're trying to win points, so you need to listen and you need to do it right away. But I also think one of the best ways to learn. So I'm very grateful to have had the chance to play tournaments with him, locally and overseas. Because I feel like what I've been able to learn in that time has been really incredible, and I think it's pushed my game to another level very quickly. And I think, like he said, with that 34 years of experience, he has the ability to help people level up really quick if they just pay attention, listen to what he does, and watch what he does, because he's still doing it out here to us on a daily basis.
Yeah, and Willie, you play on the right with Tremaine. Yeah, you can play both sides. What is your preference?
It's different way of play. When you play on the right, you are making the work in terms of prepare the points, no? And obviously Tremaine has the power and the facility to win the points, sometimes very easy, no? But when you play in the left, obviously it's different. It's more fun in terms of that you become, for example, with the smash, you have maybe more things to do, more variations in the smash. But I like to play in both. Obviously, I think a good player must learn play in both sides. You have more options to play with more people. Now, for example, on a high level, we are watching LeBron changing the side. They play normally in the right and now move to the left. I think it's good. It's obviously both places are really good. But if you tell me one, obviously at my age, I prefer right because I have to run sometimes not too much. But in the left, you have make more. Sometimes you cover the 3-4 part of the court. No, you cover all the court sometimes. But it's very fun playing both. I like both.
And Tremaine, what do you think is Willie's strongest shot?
I think without doubt it's his bajada. I've played with him, and I'll share the story. But I played. Me and Willie played against A1 and Sean just before we went, and You know, they hit a very good lob. And I mean, this is probably like the 6th or 7th winner he's hit in the game. But I could see Iggy didn't really know where to stand, and Sean was at the net, and I could see his eyes, and he was just like, damn, like they didn't want to see the ball come back because they didn't know where it was going to go. And I've also been on the other side of that many times. You come to the net and you're standing and you're like, please, why have I even lobbed this guy? Because you know you're gonna get hurt. So I mean, apart from that, he hits every shot well. The backhand volley, he takes care of business. He plays everything well. But I will say the Bajada is one you don't really want to be at the net. You don't know where the ball's going. You know, you just watch it go by. Most
Surprises everyone.
Surprises everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like yours, Seb. It's like the same Bajada.
The one you hit in the
I try to
tournament.
imitate you all the time. Okay, guys. Well, thank you very much for being with us in the first podcast. We are all very excited. We wait for all of you in the Coalition Paddle tournament. We have this tournament in the end of October. I think it's the 25, 26, 27. Coalition Paddle, too many divisions, like Seb told before. And obviously, come and watch. You are invited, and it's for free. Come, vamos.
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 Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.